Welcome to this episode of Zeo to Hero. Oh, Jesus, here we go again. He did it again. I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna do it. They're gonna see me on first 48. I'm gonna do it. Welcome to another episode of Zeo to Hero podcast. I am joined today by the lovely bearded beauty Jim, the co-host, and our newest guest. Hey, come on now. And our newest guest, a creator, writer, producer, artist. We're gonna welcome in Johnson. How you doing today, Johnson?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
What does Johnson do? What does he make?
What does he make? He makes a new style Power Rangers called Western Strike. Let's have Johnson describe a little bit of that.
What's it all about, Johnson? Huh?
Yeah. Huh?
Power Rangers Western Strike about it's set in the future. Well, it's not set in the future. It's set in a futuristic kind of tech-based world where technology is taken over, and now the Rangers must use Western-styled powers, really inspired by Western times. You know, gunslinging powers and all that to fight the evil and make sure technology doesn't kill everyone.
That got dark quick. Okay, yeah.
Very. That went 0 to 100 real quick. Now that we got a little bit of the backstory of it, do you know what kind of Western? Because like, there's Western parts, different parts of the world. Like, where does it actually the Western take place at? Like, is it Western, as in like the United States, the Western in like
Western
Japan,
Nevada, Southern
yeah.
Russia, Middle East area,
The show
India.
takes place in its own dimension, and the main town is called Greenburn.
Okay, and Greenburn is so the whole planet's like a Western planet. Like, is it a desert island? What is it all about?
It's like your normal average town, but it's like very so like an example. This wouldn't spoil anything. I think a lot of people can look forward to like a lot of sports. I heard we were making sports before this got started. Football players, that's over. Like, you don't like sports now is done in your home. The football player can stand in his home with what we call the Vilcor helmets. It's like a Vilcor VR helmet. He puts it on, and his avatar will show up on the football field. Same thing with cheerleaders. Like, you don't have to leave. Like, these people have become so dependent on technology.
So it's dystopian. Okay.
Very much, exactly.
Yeah. It kind of gives a little hint of like Ready Player One kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Love the idea. So how do these Power Rangers like meet? Like, are they like destined for it, or are they chosen?
Do they meet in a chat room looking for someone?
Yeah.
Go Futurama on it.
A lot of it is you can find when the show comes out, the story for the powers is centered around the White Ranger and her story to her father and a lot of the mystery behind that. And a lot of it is just like people that actually want to help. They just run up and they're like, "Hey, you have no other option. Let's do this." You know, it's not like they're having auditions or there's an ancient scroll that says these 5 must come together. It's just, you know, these 5 are willing to do it. I mean, they know it's at risk and they're willing to put their lives on the line to save the world.
So instead of like destiny, it's, you know, kindness gets you in a lot more trouble than anything else, right?
Yeah, like they're willing to help, but after getting thrown against the wall a couple times, I think they're tired of it.
So the moral of the story is don't help anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Oops.
Well, whoopsie.
Oh yeah. Well, I absolutely love the idea. So what goes behind like the design? Does it like personal inspiration, or is it like pulled from like different parts of genres for like suit designs and?
Our suit designs, I was able to work with Morphin Toku Society. If you don't know, they're making their own series, Power Rangers Ancient Age. That's an animated series coming soon. And I was able to work with them on our helmets. And I worked with Shadow Matt on Instagram to make the chest designs. And a lot of the idea was to just make them animal-based. So you got like the hawk, horse, bison, roadrunner, coyote. All your normal Western-esque or desert kind of found animals. And
so no armadillo, right?
None.
No, well, I can hint that there will be more animals-based Rangers.
We have a raccoon, and will his name be Bandit?
I can say you're gonna have to wait because that's a raccoon could hint to something in the future.
Oh, we
Ah,
have hints.
okay. So are we're looking at possible new Rangers along the series? Like as far as the longer you go, you're gonna introduce us to more like seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th Rangers.
And the 4 season plan I have, I can definitely say you'll meet a lot more Rangers. Some I can hint that some of the Rangers may not even be on the Western Strike team. That's a hint.
Oh,
Okay.
oh,
All right.
the
All
plot
right.
thickens.
It's
Exactly.
like a
Yeah.
bad gravy.
All right, and then so let's just say so you're going to produce these things. It's not like a role playing as like a lot of these other ones are that you see on like YouTube and stuff. So you're actually going to go out there and you're going to like find the actors, you're going to write the scripts, you're going to film it, produce it. And I give you a lot of credit for that too. So cuz a lot of these people just do like what we're doing, screen zen
Yeah.
casting. Yeah.
Okay, real quick. Okay, you have a hook about your show, right? There's a hook about your show about the fact teenagers, right? There's something about that. What's going on with that?
The reason I wanted to do teenagers as well, I started the show in 2020. I was just turning 18, and the idea was I was about to graduate high school, so I knew time was fleeting into adulthood, or young adulthood. So I wanted to get this sort of realistic instead of hey, we're all teenagers, we're all friends, yay, that kind of thing that Mighty Morphin did. We're all friends, let's hold hands and pray to God the villain doesn't kill us. There's real stories that divorce through family, that the characters go through. Maybe their sexual orientation. There's a lot of that with some of our rangers, and or maybe just living up to parents' expectation. There's a lot of that. So it's
Ah,
So you're
I like
writing about life. Okay.
I
yes.
like to reference Spider-Man a lot with it because, like I said, everyone
Cool.
loves Spider-Man because he's a real, or besides the superhero stuff, his personal conflict is real. So I think people will find that with these characters.
Cool. Okay, so it's personal characters with personal growth through their like own life.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
not and nothing being force fed to you. You're just going along with an actual story. Like it's nothing is like, oh, we're making this character. Like we're gonna make this character gay because we need to have a gay character. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
they're gay. Cool. That's
And
it,
Like
right?
nothing is wrapped up in one episode. I think a lot of people are going to like that. There's an actual push. It's not just okay. Like for example, our Black Ranger. This has been confirmed. He is our LGBTQ representation character, but his story, and I don't want to spoil it 'cause I think people are going to like it. To kind of hint at it, what he's going through with that isn't just
No.
wrapped up in one episode. It's a whole season, kind of
Okay.
finding himself.
ah,
Yeah. Okay.
okay.
Okay. So it's an actual like story where people grow into who they're supposed to be over
Yes.
time.
Like
Yes,
Nice.
like some really serious character development. And since
exactly.
it's like taking place as they're young too, it kind of hits more home because we were all young at that point. We all know how like that high school life was, and
Oh yeah.
and
And
the
nothing
confusion,
made sense.
and
Everything was
nothing makes
confusing.
sense. Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
man.
Yeah.
hmm
So
Heck, we haven't got it figured out now, and we're
yeah,
older. We still got
Yeah,
nothing
yeah,
figured out.
I'm still working on it myself.
yeah. I just know I'm
You,
slave to a company for 50 hours a week, and they give me money. That's all I know.
yeah, it's great. Society.
Yeah, yeah. But I like the idea about it. I- Is there anything? Do you know when this might take place, or do you have like a certain time
You,
limit or
or you have a release date?
a release
How's that?
date to?
Yeah.
The thing with us filming, it not being Zoom based and actually filming, it takes so much more because you have to get everybody there. So I'm hoping to get the first episode out by, and I'm gonna look back on this and I know I'm gonna jinx it, but hopefully fall of next year. That's my goal.
Okay. Fall next
Oh,
year.
okay.
Okay.
Realistic. That's a realistic time. Yeah.
Because
Now, real quick question: are you gonna? So they're all wearing helmet. Like, so when they're the suits, they're wearing helmets. Are you gonna do like a bad dubbing for the helmets where the head moves and nothing actually happens, and then like they stop moving and then they speak?
the great thing is we don't have stunt doubles, so when you see us morph and we're running around in our suits, that's actually going to be the actors. So
Okay.
when they do the ADR, to put the audio over the suit, they'll be able to move how they know their audio should go or the line should.
Like how they did a Mandalorian. They actually had Pascal do that. Like he was in the suit most of the time,
Mhm.
And so whenever he had to say anything, he was saying it in the suit, and then they just redubbed it later in
Yeah.
studio, while him walking around with a pillow as Baby Yoda with a child.
Yeah.
That was adorable. You ever see that? Like, there's
I,
the behind the scenes stuff where he's like holding a pillow. Like, oh, it's the cutest thing. And yeah.
Now, here's another question. Since I know you're young and all that, and you're trying to come up with all this like actors producing suits and equipment, how how is it being funded? Like, are you funding it yourself, or is it collectively?
I've been very lucky to meet all the people that's also making shows. And a real close friend of mine who's he makes Power Rangers Master Force. He's been a
Hmm,
very huge help with looking over me and making sure that he's helping. Because I mean, these helmets are insane and expensive, and suits are. Because I mean, each suit is going to be our measurements down to the wrists, the fingers, and all that is perfect to that actor. So another thing is why we haven't made suits yet is we want to make sure the actors are in it for the long haul. Because once we make that, $1,000 suit that's to your measurements, if you walk
yeah,
away, no one else can wear that.
Yeah.
very pretty much. You're like you're sunk into it. Like once you get the role, like you just can't leave.
Put
Uh,
Yeah,
it put it in their contract. You have to have a DNA sample, so when they do leave, you just regrow them. Like, oh
yeah.
no, what happened? You left. We have a doppelganger.
yeah.
Hmm.
Just when
Uh
we're
huh.
filming, I'll just snatch one of their hairs out and just be like, oh, nothing. I just need this for later.
Oh
Don't worry
yeah,
about it.
there
It's
you
okay.
go. Yeah, yeah,
Like, this one will have
oh,
any pesky morals.
yeah. And so I guess like are you like into the actual series themselves, like that are like the actual Power Ranger series that are taking place right now? Like, have you seen a lot of those as well?
Oh yeah, I've seen every episode besides I'm currently binging Mighty Morphin season 2. I haven't started 3 and I won't start Zeo until I finish all the Mighty Morphin story so I can
Right.
lead cuz Zeo leads straight from that. So that's why I haven't started Zeo.
But you've seen Turbo, In Space, Lost Galaxy, everything else.
Yeah, cuz at that point when they were on Netflix I was just jumping around.
Okay,
Okay,
makes sense.
okay.
Yeah. Okay, are you caught up right now on Dino Fury?
Yes.
Nice. That was a fun season.
Yeah, I'm so happy that Hasbro's brought a different, it still has that, they're not trying to be RPM dark, but the humor is what shocked me for that season. I was very happy to
Oh man, Slither, the bad guy Slither, that was perfect.
Yeah.
exactly
All the puns. He's just a pun machine, and it's great. It was really funny. Yeah,
about it.
Slither was great. But yeah, RPM, not RPM. Dino Fury was a lot of fun. I like the fact Hasbro actually gives a damn. It's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
nice. Hmm.
yeah. And
And then they're making all the Lightning Collection stuff, which has been fantastic.
yeah.
Love collection.
To the price ain't fantastic, but
Yeah.
the rest of it's pretty good.
You can see my background. I'm in total amount of debt.
Yeah,
Oh man.
This is called debt. Yep, that's the thing. But yeah, so yeah, Hasbro. And so, are you taking cues and stuff from the new series? Because that's what's going to be like now from here on out. Is most likely going to be like how Dino Fury is set up,
yeah.
where it's a little bit more punny. You have your serious moments and stuff and whatnot. Are you going to kind of follow along with that or no?
I would say because again the comedy's been fixed a lot, where it's not just pie in the face. It's a lot more sarcastic, maybe eyebrow kind of. You know what I mean? I think the comedy for Western Strike, the best way to put it is we don't actually have a lot of comedy. A lot of it could be pushed with the way the characters interact. That would just be kind of a like I think and this has been confirmed, so it's not a spoiler. My character, which my girlfriend plays the White Ranger, I play the Yellow Ranger. My character is head over heels for her, but she wants absolutely nothing to do with him. So there's a lot of, you know, like
Mm.
the old raise your arm over.
It's just like your regular life, right?
Yeah, so
It's just like your real life.
That's my life.
Oh man. Okay, real quick. I do want to know: Are you gonna let the actors kind of have not free range, but if they say something that works really well, like change the lines and stuff, would you let that happen?
definitely. I think the lines fit with the character, and especially once we get into filming, like say episode 3 or 4. Once we're into our characters, I think once they feel it, I would be completely fine if they wanted to change it.
Are you gonna try to pull a Taika Waititi and stuff where you're just like, well, if they say something really, really good, I'm not gonna worry about it, let that roll? Like, it's like, yeah, we got this.
Yeah,
Definitely.
And that was
and
hilarious.
the what I like about it as well is that because since you're having interactions with them too, like it's like face to face, that body language can actually tell a lot more. You know, they can feed off of body language, and you know how like Clayton said too, like when they were all in his show, like when they were basically all together, they could feed off of each other much better than how uh if you're doing just off of recordings only. If you
Hmm.
can't if you can't see the body what the body tells, it's harder to like feed into it. So you just got to basically stick to scripts and stuff.
Yeah, it's harder. It's harder to get a good like natural language out of it. That's what he said. It's hard to get a
Yeah,
natural feel out of it.
yeah, natural feel, and yeah,
I think a lot of things people are going to enjoy is another thing that we went over the symbolism that goes over the show, like what it means in the story. But a lot of things that I think people are going to enjoy is found family. A lot of the personal that goes in there with because with the White Ranger, her everyone has their own little gimmick outside of the main story, like what's going on personally. White Ranger's personal story is her dad's missing. We're not. I know it's been done 2 or 3 times, but this way we've been able to handle it, and I'm very happy with how it's turned out. With the way the scripts and the story is carrying it. She's a very. I like to say she's the female Dylan from RPM. This very.
oh,
Okay, cool with that.
I'll do my thing, and if you guys just want to stand there and do it, I don't care what you do. You can come, you can't. I don't care.
So wait, are you the Ziggy?
I'm the. What's the best way to put it? I like to think I'm more or less like Javi from Dino Fury, this glue that kind of may make a stupid remark every once in a while, but everyone's just like, okay, he's the heart of the team. We love him anyway. He kind of makes a stupid remark, but he holds us together when things get dark, that sort of thing. Well,
But you're not the
okay.
Ziggy.
happened. Really dark. It's
Sorry, the Ziggy Dylan relationship in RPM was fantastic. I thought it was one
yeah.
of the best relationships, in any series. Like their bromance basically was
Oh,
fantastic.
and
Oh yeah.
it was amazing. I was rewatching RPM, and I rewatched the first episode, then the finale, and the whole like. I think he wouldn't shake his hand in the first episode, but in the last episode, he went to shake his hand, and then he just went in for a hug.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
You know that Dr. K and Ziggy got married.
I did hear about that. And
Yeah, they fell in love on set, and they got married right after the show wrapped,
are they
and
still
they're
married?
still together.
I know. Dr. K. She's if I don't know if you knew this, but she did the choreography for the dance that Mucus did in the episode 21 of Dino Fury or 20.
Oh, that's fun.
It was
That's
new.
really cool. I'm cool with that.
Oh
So
yeah.
wait, is Dr. K the lady who played Dr. K? She's still like is she still not heavily, but is she still involved with Power Rangers?
Yeah, she does a lot of the background behind the scenes stuff now. So I think that's why
Sweet.
they were so easily to get her back for Beast Morphers, is she's already there. And I think she's native to New Zealand, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Sweet, New
Oh
Zealanders.
wow.
Okay, yeah,
Well,
I'm okay with that.
I saw that they're actually moving the series from New Zealand to Canada.
I heard about that.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
Because
that's gonna be fun.
that's where they filmed a lot of Supernatural.
Ah,
Oh, I did want to ask you guys because you brought up Dino Fury a minute ago. You said that a lot of the comedy was great. I wanted to ask you guys, what do you feel about the lore? 'Cause I've actually seen a divide in between the fandom. Some people saying that Dino Fury doesn't want to stand on its own. Some people saying that they love the fans. So I just wanted to see what y'all thought about that.
All right, you want me to fill this one?
yeah. Go ahead. I haven't seen a lot
We
of it,
hate it.
so
We hate every single bit of it. We just despise. No, it's a lot of fun. We're fans of the comics, and the
oh
comics
yes.
get into a lot of lore in the background and stuff like that. And we like lore, and some stuff can get a little hairy, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Like no one's perfect. There's no perfect, setup. Even MCU gets stuff wrong, and that's
Mhm.
fine. And we're not gonna get mad about it. We're not gonna like unless it's something outrageously stupid. But for the most part, it's like, you have your own interpretation, and you're making the show. That's your interpretation of the lore.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. As long as it kind of lines up, I don't care. Like I'm enjoying it. We're here for the ride.
Oh yeah.
See, that's the-
Exactly.
Except for Operation Overdrive, that can go.
Yeah. That got. Yeah.
The rest of it, it's fine.
yeah.
Like Ninja Steel was okay. It had a little bit of lore stuff in there. Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
get
fine.
why people. Because here's the thing. To me, Ninja Steel. Yeah, okay. I like the ideas they put into it. I
Yeah.
loved the game show stuff, the Prism, like that was all
The
great.
game show thing was kind of really that was I think the highlight of the whole show was the game show stuff. I thought that was pretty funny.
They really handled that well. And, it's such an easy way as a writer to just write in your weekly monsters like that. Whoever come up with that in
Oh,
the right, they need a
Yeah,
raise.
that guy was a genius. Whoever came up with that was
yeah.
fantastic. I'll give him that here and there. They even brought back old like villains and stuff like in the background. Like they just reused old suits. That was pretty cool.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, Operation Overdrive's. What was the blue guy's name that ran with Camdor? He was in the crowd.
Oh yeah, he was in the crowd a couple
Uh,
times. Yeah, and then the Yeti was there too at one point. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Yeti. Oh man, that was played by Boone. The
yeah,
guy who
yeah.
plays Boone, he
Mhm.
played the Yeti. He's been in the show like every season, since then. Yeah, he was in SPD. He was in Ninja Steel. He was in. He's popping up. That guy, man,
He's amazing.
he's a lot of fun.
Speaking of that, did you know that some of the older actors, like the one that played Zeo Pink, she also voiced
Catherine Sullivan.
yeah, she also voiced a one of the robots on Forever Red.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
Steal It. Yeah, I was looking at the
Yeah.
names.
I can't
and,
remember the name of it, but it was the female robot that she
Yeah, the white one. Yeah.
yeah,
You also know that Lois Griffin is the voice of King Mondo's wife.
Mhm.
no,
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
wait,
Yeah.
what? Okay, that's news to
Alex
me.
Borstein. Yeah,
Yeah,
she plays the Queen. What's her name?
Queen Machina.
Queen Machina. Yeah, that's her voice. Yeah,
nice.
it's
Okay,
it's Lois Griffin.
well, that just takes a spin on everything. So, do you watch anything else outside like the Power Rangers verse? Is there anything else that piques your interest?
As a filmmaker, there's a lot. I mean, I'm always interested in anything. So but the big new things that's caught my eye this year, was Squid Game and Chucky. Like I was telling Jim earlier, Jim Jam, if you guys know, uh, saying that you guys need to definitely check out Chucky if you haven't. It's absolutely amazing. Like 10 out of 10.
What's it on currently?
It's actually on Peacock. It just got added to Peacock.
Yeah, my coworker always talks about it to me. He's like, "You should see it. It's gotta have a season 2."
Oh yeah.
It's like once you say it's on Peacock, I just kind of give up. I'm like, I'm not gonna download another damn app. Not gonna do it. No, you can't force me. Not a chance.
Think you could also get it on Sci-Fi, but like if you have like a cable provider, because
Does it look like I have cable?
He don't. He doesn't.
you know
Does it
I,
look like I got cable? Come on, bro.
no one has cable now, and it's like, oh okay, so everyone's
It's all streamed. Yeah.
Yeah, I just had a conversation with my partner's boss about this, about the cable package, and I'm like, a Roku is gonna save you a lot of money every single
Oh, yeah.
month, and she's like, really? And I'm like, we're gonna have this conversation. And yeah, so she's now highly considering getting rid of her cable at home, and I'm like, do it. So, is there anything you're looking forward to right now?
Currently, I would say, what am I looking forward to? Oh,
Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, New Year's, a movie,
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Movies. I don't think we can mention, look forward to a movie without mentioning what's coming in like a week or two. I believe No Way Home.
Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Spider-Man.
Went at my movie theater just to get some tickets. I'm already planning it out.
I
wow.
want to watch it, but I don't want to watch it in theaters. I've gotten used to not having to go to the theater to watch something. It's been great.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I do miss the movie theater experience, but I have more comfortable chairs at home that I can just sprawl out across, and it's great.
Yeah.
And I'm like 6'4", so if I have to get up to use the restroom, I don't block the view of everyone else behind me, just the cat.
Yeah.
Like, whoop, you can't watch that, cat. Nope. That gives cat empowerment. You don't eat that. But I'm looking for the Doctor Strange. I'm looking forward to a lot of the MCU movies. Whenever they do another DC movie, I'm gonna watch it. I don't care. I'm gonna watch it. I like the DC movies. Like, did you watch the Snyder cut?
I've got it on Blu-ray for the collection. I have not had time, like 4 hours. I'm the kind of person
Yeah.
when pet peeves is to start a movie and not finish it. Like 2 different settings that kill. I don't know why. It's always, ever since I was born, it kills me to do 2 settings.
Yeah, I sat through the
So I'm
4-hour
guessing you
movie
couldn't.
too. Yeah,
I'm
it
guessing
was
you
horrible.
couldn't watch Matrix Revolutions Reloaded, right? Because it's the same movie. Like it's a continuation of the same movie, but it's split up between 2 years.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
You weren't even old enough yet. We watched it in theaters when it came
Oh
out.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just
We watched.
Blu-ray, and me and my girlfriend's plans are to binge it like the week before the new one comes out, like the whole.
I am looking forward to the new one. I'm gonna
Mm.
rewatch the old ones. I've seen them a dozen times. I'm gonna rewatch them. They're great
Oh yeah,
philosophical movies with terrible action scenes in between.
and for God's sakes, it's got Keanu Reeves in it. Come on.
Oh
Exactly.
my god! You ever seen the movie Keanu?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Cat
The- yes.
Keanu! The whole movie's amazing. I love that movie. I remember my partner watching. She loves cats, and so we're sitting there, and she's like, "Why is there a cat called Keanu?" And I was like, "Just give it a minute. Just
Yeah,
give it
yeah.
a minute." We get
Let
to
it.
that, like, just let it roll. Just give it a minute, and then they get to the part where the cat's talking to them. It's Keanu Reeves, and she's like, "Well, really?" And I'm like, "Yep."
Yep. Let it play itself out.
Let it roll, man. Don't even worry
Oh,
about it. You're gonna enjoy this every step of the way. Oh, I love that movie. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Matrix.
I know there's the Batman. Yeah, that's my big
The Batman movie is coming out end of
oh yeah.
next year, right? Oh no, that comes out very soon.
That's
Oh,
believe.
Batman Year One, not Year One, but the Batman.
Yeah.
The Batman.
There's that scene. Okay, so it's the glittery vampire from
Twilight.
um
Robert Pattinson.
it's Robert Pattinson, but it's the glittery vampire from
So I'm gonna look it up.
Twilight.
Twilight.
Because I know Billy's seen Twilight. He loves Twilight. That
Oh
was
yeah.
his like screaming greatest movie ever
Yeah.
about it thing
In my
above her.
in my free time, I'd buy bags of glitter and throw it up and run through the backyard like.
Yep. Yep. That's his favorite movie of all time. But yeah, it's Robert Pattinson in it because he was in Tenet, and he was great in Tenet. Oh my goodness, he was amazing. He was Neil, if you don't remember Neil.
You need to watch.
And then so they cast him for Batman,
Yeah.
and there's that first trailer that came out where he just going to town on that dude, and that blew my damn mind. I was like, okay, because I'm sitting there, and I'm like, it's supposed to be year 1, year 2 Batman, so he's not really Batman yet, but he's kind of being Batman, and he doesn't know restraint yet, so he just go to town. I'm like, what? Did he just go to town on that dude?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm gonna watch this. This is gonna be crazy. we just had Ben Affleck as Batman, and Ben Affleck as Batman. I think that Batman was perfect. Not the Justice League Batman, not the second one. The first one, BVS Batman. That was a perfect Batman. That was perfect. He nailed it. He wasn't really Bruce Wayne anymore. He wasn't really Batman. He was somewhere between it. The line was super blurry. And I thought that was pulled off great by Ben Affleck.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, he was built like a tank too, so he was some eye candy. But that's not the point. The point is he was great at that part.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Are there any new series looking forward to right now? Any new animated, anime, TV series, fan series, books? Anything else you're looking forward to?
If we're gonna talk about fan series, I
don't want to, but we have to.
Come on, Jim.
This is like the best way to plug all the people I know. Like obviously Digital Beasts or Power Rangers Digital Beasts, Hybrids, all of them are coming out. And it's in fact it's awesome to see Power Rangers getting, through RPG, audio drama, animation, live action, it's amazing to see it in all these different formats.
So yeah, I guess let's hear about the unique things about the characters or the how many are to begin with? Like, do you have a
How
core
many are
5?
you able to talk about? That's the question.
Let's see, there's a core 5, which are the Rangers. We have 2 side characters, or 3 technically, and then 3 villains. That's our current character lineup. We're still casting one of them, for the villains. The female one doesn't come in until episodes in, but because the villains, everything's such a slow burn in a build. It's not just everything's all in one and then we run with it. It's you have to follow the story to feel as everything builds.
So my question for you. So this has all been mostly written out, right? You have your big storyboard already done. You're ready to go. Like you have your beginning and your
Yeah.
end figured out, right?
Okay, let me. I have an end. Like I know it's gonna. I know like after the end, like once they do, the big final battle, where are we gonna continue with the next season after that? The thing is as a writer, I've made our villains so overpowered that it's like even I don't know what the Rangers are gonna do. So it's like, do I just let them die? Do we just cut it off season one? Because I mean, honestly, there's it's so overpowered that I'm still as a writer trying to figure it out what they're gonna do. I have ideas, but the trouble thing is that you have to find that because I'm in Master Force and I play one of the emissaries, and with the Grand Master of the Grid being so powerful, it's like okay, we could have that, but then you figure out that those are characters from other shows, a lot of timeline issues, which is why I put
Mm.
mine in its own dimension, so I don't have to deal with timelines because I will go into a hectic scream if I have to deal with timeline stuff.
Yeah, timeline is once you
Yeah.
start getting the timeline stuff, that gets a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like
then
time
also,
travel itself is never a good story. Like it's fun, but it's only fun for 5 minutes.
yeah. And
That's
then,
like it's
yeah,
all kinds of crazy.
as you write too, you'd hate to like write yourself in a corner as well.
Yeah,
That's another hard part too.
I love
But
the
you have a good idea where you want to. You have a good idea where you're ending at for season 1, right?
yes, definitely. In fact,
Okay.
the ending is something that I think the odd because there's been so many finales. I was like, what can we do to top it? And fun fact, was sick as hell. I mean, I was just as sick as you could think, and I'm just laying there thinking like, okay, this is the end. This is it. I'm done for. And I come up with the best idea, and my girlfriend's like, "No, you're sick. Put the computer down." I'm like, "No, I gotta write it down."
Your
So
fever dreams, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
That's it.
definitely,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I am like 99% sure that's how the turbo pizza scene happened. Was a
Yeah.
fever dream. The
Yeah.
writer was like, "It's a fever dream. It's okay. It's gonna make total sense." And then it, gets on
Didn't.
air, and you're like, "What?
Yeah.
What happened?"
Now the question is too here, are you going to film it like in town, or are y'all actually gonna like travel around like different parts of the state?
as of right now, the main town. We're gonna be filming in Kinston, my hometown. We're gonna be filming there, and then we're gonna film in the town next to us, which is another town. I've bounced around from the two towns, and I know a lot of people that we could like rent out buildings and block streets and all that. So not too far, an hour away maybe.
Are those
Oh.
guys called mobsters? We need this street blocked off. Gotcha.
Yeah. Pay for our services.
I need you to deliver this package for us. What?
Yeah.
Wait, so you're actually filming in person, which is gonna be fantastic.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna have everything blocked off and all that stuff. Is there any kind of special places you're gonna be looking into or anything like that, or you are having planned out?
There's a ballroom in my hometown that I've yet to call, but I've talked to someone else who's used it, so they definitely say that they're open to stuff like this. Pricing, I have no idea, and getting machines up there is another issue. But I'm looking to film there. Where I live at, because this is the town over. But where I live at, our downtown area, right in front of the courthouse, there's like this huge steps like that lead down, and that's like the perfect shot. I can't say what that scene is for, because that's a big like jaw dropping moment.
Okay.
But that scene, I think people are like,
Now
I'm excited for that one because
the question is, do you have anyone ready to go for chew to scenery?
sort of.
Is it a dog?
Um,
Got you.
you've got to be careful. I can say
Oh,
that our villain there's a scene because I think the things the villain does to the people to kill them is very brutal. I can't say that this show doesn't hide away like there's death on screen.
hmm
I can say that this isn't like I guess one can say this isn't your daddy's Power Rangers or whatever. That's what the term is, right? But there's a lot of death. I mean, we don't shy away from it. This isn't like okay, we have a magical orb. Let's bring him back. Once you die, you're gone. Like that's
you're done for. Okay, so you're not going
Right.
to be like Wild Forces Super Sentai, where everyone died and it was like a fever dream death, and everyone's still there like the next episode. You're like, the hell happened?
just
Oh wow.
Yeah. Like, oh no, they're all dead, and then voila, they're
Yeah.
alive. You're like,
But I really love
bro,
that idea too. Like once you die, you're gone. Because like fans can create a connection with like these specific characters, and like when they die, like that's a real wrenching moment for them too, because knowing that
You
they're
know,
not just gonna come back.
that reminds me of a Fire Emblem. Like whenever your character dies in Fire Emblem, they're gone. You're
Oh
not good
yeah,
anymore. Like you're
yeah,
done.
exactly.
Exactly.
Do you know
But
what Fire Emblem is? Are we speaking a little too old for you?
I do know what that is. I haven't like gotten too much into it.
It's a video game.
yeah,
I was like, um, I yeah,
No, like you can attach these characters in the game, and then if they die, they're done. Like you can't restart the level. Nothing. They're gone. And so
yeah.
there's like the first time we played through it, like we had like the main character left on the final boss. That was it, and that was there's no winning. That was just one character. That's it. But yeah, okay. But yeah, no, I do like series like that where if a character actually dies, they're done. I just don't like how The Walking Dead did it. Do you ever watch Walking Dead?
my mom told me to watch it. I have not had time to check it out yet. It's something that slipped me.
It's a very long series so far, and if you ever do watch it, you will fall in love with Herschel. And when he dies, you're done. That's
Yeah.
what happens. You're done. When Herschel's done, you're done. I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't care how cool Carol is. I don't care. Herschel is my favorite character.
Yeah.
I will talk mad shit about Walking Dead any day of the week just because it's they killed off Herschel, man. Whatever. Whatever, bro. Whatever.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, now here's a question. Do you watch any like the older style stuff? Do you ever like catch like Beetleborgs or VR Troopers or anything like that? Since I know you're pretty young and you don't know about the whole early '90s.
If I could
Early 90s.
like find it, like that's one thing I'm like pushing for is to find like a good Blu-ray set of like Beetleborgs.
You're not going to. Not going to happen. The only one who ever did a good set for it was Laugh Factory, I think it is. Not Laugh Factory.
I think it was.
Box Factory, I think they're the ones who did it. And that's it. There's just one set of DVDs out there. You're never going to find on Blu-ray. Unfortunately, sorry. Maybe one day, who knows? But as of right now, yeah. But Beetleborgs, have you actually ever watched Beetleborgs?
No, I've seen a lot of clips of it though. Isn't that the one with kids where they got like that guy with the blue face and kids powers?
Are you being racist against Flabber? Come on, bro.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
no,
one.
Flabber had
Yeah.
the blue face, and they had monsters and stuff in the old house. Like they had a
Yeah.
mummy, and then the werewolf. The werewolf was great, and the vampire.
Yeah.
He was the only one that didn't have any real prosthetics on. It just painted his face super white. And that was it. Everyone else had prosthetics. But yeah, no, that was a pretty good show. It was not good at all, but it was fun. To say the least, it was really stupidly fun. And the VR Troopers was supposed to be Jason David Frank's like the guy who played Tommy. It was supposed to be his like new show. Like he came on for Power Rangers, then he left Power Rangers, and they were going to try to make him into the VR Trooper stuff. But that kind of got back. They really want him to come back for the new Ranger for the Power Rangers because the fan outcry for him, which I still think is kind of weird. But whatever. I feel like he came back because a lot of the moms were like, "We want him back. He's attractive." Like he was that bad boy all the moms liked. That's what I think it was. That's exactly what I think it was.
I have a fun story to tell now that you brought that up, and it reminded me. I was it was when Dimensions in Danger come out, and it was such a big deal. 25th anniversary. The Power Rangers made it to 25 years at that point, and I was like, all right, all my family's gonna watch it with me. My sister shows up, and she automatically let everyone in the room know, I will leave all of you for the Gold Ranger right now, and would have no regrets and forget all.
Wait, Antonio?
No, I think it was Levi from Ninja Steel.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I did like Antonio though. Antonio was fun.
Antonio was
He was a lot of fun. I like him and Mike were my two standout characters on Samurai.
Emily, for me, for Samurai, could have been so much more if they would have actually, like, the story would have gone deeper into what it meant for her to take down or take that role that her sister was supposed to have.
That would have worked out a lot better, but they didn't really get into that at all.
Which sucked.
Damn it, Saban! Why did you fail us again?
Yeah, I mean, I do like that they not wrote in, but they introduced a female Red Ranger.
Yeah,
that was cool. Well, we had a female Red Ranger in SPD. We had one. once.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The A Squad.
Yeah, which is right next to your face.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
But yeah. So like we had one once in SPD, but then yeah, we actually had a legitimate one in Samurai, which I felt like that was really underwhelming. But did you read the comics?
I fell off, but I got past the Shattered Grid one.
Okay,
I read
so you got through, like, you have a glimpse of the Jason and Laura love interest, right?
yes,
So you know why they stopped that?
because
Jason's supposed to be 16 and Laura's like 25.
Oh.
Like, it was really well done, and then the writers were like, "Oh shit!" Yeah, just like, well, damn. Okay, never mind. We're gonna write that off. So yeah, that's what happened there.
So
What do you?
in your Western Strike, what colors are you working with like the characters and stuff?
You got white and yellow so
Yeah,
far.
white and yellow so far.
yeah. So for our males, it is red, yellow, and black, and then for the females, it's white and blue.
Oh,
Blue.
okay. You don't see a lot of blue female.
Yeah,
We
I
got Tori and Madison, right?
Yeah, yeah.
those
Only two, right?
I think of until
Yeah.
30th season if we get Duodrers and Adaption.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. Well, they've been at some announcements about it. Hasbro's been talking about it with their investors, so maybe. Let's see. Right. I am like legitimately curious if they're going to bring that over here or not. Like, I want to see if they do or not.
Which one?
The one with the cubes and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
gotcha.
I don't really want the Diamond Rangers thingamabobber that some people are talking about. I'm like,
Yeah.
I want the trains. I really want the trains. That was a cool concept.
And it could be handled so well because I think I read that they don't want to do it because trains aren't a big thing in America.
Oh yeah, no, trains here are a joke.
Yeah, and plus they
Yeah.
have an Orange Ranger, and they hate orange over
Exactly.
here.
Yeah, because Orange is the Communist Ranger from back in the day, like the very, very, very first Super Sentai. Second.
Yeah.
But they had the Countrymen. Like, America was the girl.
Yeah, she had like a wig on her helmet.
Yeah, it was terrible. And then
Yeah.
Captain Communism was the Russian guy, Captain Communism, and then Captain Japan, Captain Communism, Miss America, and someone else. Oh, Captain Kenya, I think was one of them. It was just super racist.
So horrible.
Oh my god, it was so bad. And none of them were actually from the countries that they were supposed to be from. They're all Japanese people. Oh, that was horrendous. Just, oh, it's so
So,
bad.
yeah.
Okay, but yeah. So your characters, like, you're gonna have a couple guys, a couple girls,
Mhm.
and you're doing a little differently than the other shows have been like. So, can you tell us anything? I know you don't want to spoil anything because you're still a little further out there for getting your show out there and whatnot. Can you tell us a little bit, like, what they're going to be dealing with? Because I know you have LGBTQ already, right? And Lost Father and stuff. Can you spoil a little bit for us about what the other Rangers are going to be dealing with, or no?
I can definitely because
Pretty please.
Lost father is White Ranger. The Black Ranger's dealing with his sexual orientation, and to talk about the Blue Ranger and black. Let's see, blue, red, and yellow. Yeah, that would leave them too. The Red Ranger is the one with the divorce problem that we mentioned earlier.
Okay.
But a lot of it is, I think, the way because every story that you see in the show is handled so much differently than what it would normally be. Like the, I can go and tell you our LGBTQ representation. He will not have anyone to date that early in the show. Like most shows, it's like okay, we need to have this relationship, and for me, it's like no, it's real. He's gonna go through like a real relationship. You could get stood up. There could be more drama that goes under it. For a straight
Mhm.
relationship, it's the same for that gay relationship, and I
Yeah.
want to show that in the story. So I think people are gonna love that. But for the Blue Ranger, a lot of it is living up to expectation. You know, because like
Uh,
the sports thing I mentioned with the avatars,
Mm-hmm.
you her grandmother was like a famous cheerleader, and that's what she wants to do, but it doesn't work like that with this world anymore. You can't
right.
have those jobs because technology, you don't, it's not real anymore. And I think that's almost you walk into Walmart nowadays and there's less employees because there's those self checkouts and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
almost symbolized with that for the most part. And to talk about my character, the Yellow Ranger, his big stick, I can't really say it because
He has a big stick, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Ah, okay.
if I were to say what his deal was, it would be definitely a spoiler. But I can tell you that no, like any guesses anyone makes, no one's gonna see it coming.
Okay. I'll stick it to it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That works for me. Are you gonna have a okay, so you're saying so everything's in the VR world, right? So
Yeah.
I'm curious, is the Ranger thing gonna be in the VR world too, or is that actually out in the real world?
Um, for the most part, no, the Rangers, all that stuff's real. I mean, the team is a very, and I think this could be a turnoff for a lot of people, but it's a very basic team in terms of they morph, they fight the bad guy, and I did that for the action scenes because none of us are professionals, and I put a lot more work into the story than the action scenes. I mean, yeah, there's action because it's Power Rangers, of course, but when it comes to all the Ranger stuff, I think people are gonna dive more into the characters and when it comes to like I think for episode 1, our total it's a 49-minute episode, and I think for the total minutes of action is like 10 at max. But then again, that's an
Yeah.
origin, so and that could
Yeah. You're more into like character development at that point.
yeah, like
Yeah.
plus also budget conscious because like if we're filming and if a sword breaks, like there is I can't just run up to Walmart and buy it. Like our stuff is handmade.
Oh.
It's unique to this show. They have their own like their morphers are like actual like dagger knives.
That's cool.
So I wanted something
Huh.
and I think people are gonna love. In fact, we don't have a morphing sequence until episode 5. So
Hmm.
I mean, well,
I'm
we
okay with that.
saw like an instant flash, like run, and your suit just kind of like falls onto you, kind of.
Right.
Like they did that in oh what did they do that in? There's a couple of seasons where they just have them run and they morph all running
I think,
and stuff. Well, they had the morph sequence, but for the most part, like they have those quick morphs real quick. Like, oh, quick morphs,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah. It'd be like that.
okay, yeah,
Yeah. And you're not gonna do like how they did in SPD, not SPD, light speed rescue where they throw out the shield while they're running, like throw out a shield, jump through shield, more
Yeah.
morph. That was super weird.
for the flash morph, I can say this that a lot of it is just it's the Rangers will glow and it'll almost blind the screen with the colors, and then when it dies down, they're morph. Kind of like it's an easy way as a writer, and when we're filming that, we'll just blind the screen with the effects. And then when we cut back to where you can see things, they're already morphed. So
Yeah. Yeah. Like a big lens flare.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
blind.
Gotcha.
Is there gonna be multicolored lens flare? Like,
I mean, that'd be look cool though. That'd look cool.
It is a couple times. Like if the Red Ranger's leading, it would just be mainly red, and you can vaguely see like yellow, blue, white, black. But
Oh.
if it's just two Rangers doing it beside each other, then yeah, like there's a instant morph with me and the Blue Ranger, which is yellow and blue. And that I think I have that written up to where that will be a two colored flare. That's the best way.
Wait, let me ask you this real quick: is the Red Ranger the leader, like the definite leader, or like there's other leadership roles within the team?
I think with I think he kind of takes leadership because he is the Red Ranger. He almost puts himself in that role. But when
Mm-hmm.
things get really bad, we always turn to the White Ranger because her dad made the powers, all of our
Oh.
weapons. So he's the leader for the okay, we need to fight. Here's a game plan. But when it gets to the bigger stuff,
Yeah.
the White Ranger comes in and kind of does all that.
Okay.
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 And so, what's your output on this? Like, where are you gonna try and show this? Is it like a YouTube or Twitch, or do you
YouTube.
have a YouTube? Okay.
DVDs in the Walmart parking lot.
Yes.
That was my I'm huge into physical media with Blu-rays and DVDs. So if I can find anyone to like put these episodes that are on YouTube on DVD, just hit me up.
I can point in the right direction for that.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be expensive. Heads up, because it's gonna be a small volume. But
Mm.
I can point in the right direction for that. I got you.
Yeah. And if you want anything like this, like, do the Rangers have symbols and stuff, or?
Mainly on their chests. Like I think I can send it to you real quick while we're doing this. But on their chests they have each animal symbol, which was actually inspired by the Dino Fury logo, the dinosaur in the middle.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So little front view. I was in early concept. It was gonna be like inspired from Dino Charge, that side view on the little yellow thing, if that's the best way to put it.
Right,
That's what.
right.
Oh yeah.
But originally, at that point, I wanted something to stand out more. But I didn't
Mhm.
want it to be because they're actually more in the center with like we were talking about Georgia. That's like almost the whole suit, with their animal heads.
Right.
And with these, it's just they're on their chest and that's it. And each animal's eyes actually has a different color. So,
Oh
Okay.
wow. And so
Does
what?
it represent anything in itself? Like they have different colors within the eyes. Does it represent anything else or no?
actually, for to somewhat, it's almost like a foreshadowing for some.
Ah, okay. Leave it like that. Don't say anything else. Leave it like that. It's a
There you
foreshadow
go.
for something else.
It's just it's
It
foreshadowing.
has meaning, and you got to watch the show to catch the meaning.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
Gotcha.
what
Uh,
animals are being represented in this show?
The bison, coyote, hawk, roadrunner, and the horse.
and a raccoon at some point.
Yeah, yeah, we'll say that. Yeah.
Or as
The
we
way
call them, trash pandas.
His name will be Bandit.
our biggest comedic moment will fall with that, and that's I'm gonna leave it at that because that way people can their minds will be blown when they see it.
Oh yes.
It's a raccoon.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
What?
Okay. Okay, I do have one other question for you. So the world they're living on, okay, so the world they actually physically live on, is it a desert planet itself, or they just live in a desert area, or is it the desert, the VR like setup?
They just for them it's just basically this dimension's Earth. So I think if I'm not mistaken, I tagged and I have to go back and look at. Let's see, hold on, go back to my notes. I tagged
So
on.
it's not a Tatooine like planet.
No, this is just a basic like it's Earth of 417.
Okay,
Oh, okay, okay.
okay. So it's Earth that is
That dimension.
technically advanced enough to have almost AI, right?
Yeah, like in fact that's actually the villain's whole stick. It's meant to be.
Spoilers, bro. Spoilers. Just be like,
Yeah.
yes, and that's it. Just like, yes.
Yes.
Don't want to spoil it for yourself, man. Come on, dude. Like, you don't want to throw it out there because then you can't
Yeah.
get it back. Once it's out there, dude.
that.
I got you. You're learning. It's okay. I got you. Now tell us how it all ends.
Just everyone dies.
Yes.
No.
Everyone dies at the end.
Yeah, we're gonna have 3 seasons after this, which means absolutely no connection.
Okay.
Great.
It totally works, bruh. Totally works.
I did want to say this because I think no one knows this, but the original name for Western Strike was Western Surge, but I changed it to Strike later on. And
Western Surge?
yeah, that was the original idea. Now Western Surge is still in the show, but it's not what you think it would be. Their team name is Western Strike, but Western Surge you can still hear them say that in the show, but I can't say how.
Did you get a copyright claim from Mountain Dew for that?
No. Well, I originally when I was a kid, I would make these like fan teams, but like
Okay.
the idea was that the original story would be that it would be set in this desert world, but when you're filming in real life, at least in my area, there's no deserts around here, so you have to adapt your new story to fit, your budget because we don't have a big studio where we can make a giant sand desert and bunch of green screen. So I
Right.
had to change, and I was actually very happy with the way Western Strike came out. I think it sounds better. I don't know about anyone else, but I think it rolls better and it sounds more unique. Like I don't
Yeah.
see anyone that.
The name is
I
very
like.
unique. I like it. Thanks again for listening to today's episode of Zero to Hero with me and my co-host Jim and our special young guest Johnson. Thanks for being on again. Love the whole prodigy that you're going with.
Thanks.
Young. I like it. So, any last words you want to do? Plugins?
It's first it's awesome to be here, or it's awesome to have been here. And if you guys haven't already, that's listening, make sure to go search Power Rangers Western Strike on YouTube and check out our theme song that's out right now.
Sweet.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. And anything left for you, Jim?
Not really. No. Like I have my normal stuff that I could talk about, but since I'm a co-host, I can't talk about it. So thanks. Can't plug myself. Ugh. Okay. But yeah, if you want, check out the last week's episode with the other week's episode with the Red Cornish Ranger. One before that was Neon Lights and the TN Ranger, and then go check out our catalog. We're making more content,
Oh
guys.
yeah, weekly.
Come join our Facebook group and whatnot.
All right,
Follow us on the Instagram.
Instagrams.
It's Instagrams and the Twitters.
All right.
Social media.
Thanks again, and let's see if it works this time. Ready? I'm gonna see if it works.
Do it.
Ninja. No, it don't want to work. I was at a gas station yesterday, and I can't believe this guy in a wheelchair had the nerve to run up on me. Okay.
Hey everyone, Johnson here. I'm here to talk to you about a very upcoming special event at the end of today's episode of Zeo to Hero. You all are going to want to know about this. Power Rangers Master Force and Power Rangers Unworthy are having a big crossover event on December 18th. And you're not going to want to miss this. Make sure that you go to Instagram at Unworthy Productions for more information and to watch this epic event on December 18th. Make sure you go to YouTube and type in Power Rangers Master Force, subscribe, and ring the bell notification to not miss this event. It's going to be big for all Ranger fans.